Hello students, welcome to the next video of Snapshots Lesson 4 Albert Einstein at School. Paragraph 5. Let's see its reading. Oh, oh, exclaimed Albert. And these are the students? Well, you'll be a student one day, said Yuri. I doubt it, said Albert gloomily. I don't think I will ever pass the exams for the school diploma. He told his cousin Elsa the same next time she came to Munich. Normally, she lived in Berlin, where her father had a business. I am sure you could learn enough to pass the exams, Albert, if you tried. She said, I know lots of boys who are much more stupid than you are, who get through. They say you don't have to know anything. You don't have to understand what you are taught. Just be able to repeat it in the exams. That's the whole trouble, said Albert. I am no good at learning things by heart. You don't need to be good at it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. You just don't try. And yet I always see you with a book under your arms, added Elsa. What is the one you are reading? Now, students, let's have its explanation. Before the explanation, see some words as gloomy means sad and not talking too much. Gloomy means a boy or a one who is sad and not talking too much is gloomy. It's used in words as a sentence. Hey, don't look so glum. Everything will be okay. Diploma, a document showing that someone has successfully completed a course of study or passed an examination, is diploma. Okay, it is a document shows that someone has successfully completed a course from an institution and course of study from an institution and passed an examination successfully. For example, in a sentence, I am hoping to get my teaching diploma this year. I expect to get my teaching diploma this year. Now, see its explanation. Albert exclaimed with surprise by the deed of that youth, so called student, as he had killed his opponent in a duel. This was a matter of exclamations for innocent Einstein. Albert exclaimed that how a youth of murderous temperament can be a student. Being a student in real sense requires some other noble attributes in his opinion. In his view, these are not students. At this point, Yuri said that he would be a student one day. Albert said sadly that he doubted about his being a student in that institution. He further said that he didn't think he would ever pass the school examination for his diploma degree. Albert also expressed the same view with his cousin Elsa next time when she came to Munich. Elsa was Einstein's cousin. She liked him and according to his biography, she became life partner of Einstein also in future. She often visited him in Munich. When Elsa came next time to Munich, Albert also expressed the same view with his cousin. Elsa that he didn't think he would ever pass the school examination for diploma degree. And as normally Elsa, the cousins of Albert, who lived in Berlin, where her father had a business, she often visited him in Munich. Her father had a business in Berlin, but she often visited him in Munich. His cousin Elsa commented on his statement that she believes certainly that he could learn enough to pass the exams if he had tried for it. She added that she knew many students who are much more stupid than Einstein, yet they passed through the exams. Those less intelligent, stupid students had told her that they don't have to know anything. They don't have to understand anything extra what they are taught. Okay? They don't have to understand anything extra what they are taught. They should be just able to repeat it in the exams. What they have told without knowing its meaning, what is taught to them, what its use or misuse, no need of thinking over them. According to them, students don't have to understand according to their own thinking capability. They should be able to repeat the taught lectures, the taught lessons, or notes word by word like a parrot. Write it, pass through the exams, and get the degree. This was the conditions. Maybe students, you can guess that I am being excited with this current temperament of the teaching and learning, but this chapter is very interesting, very inspiring, and giving the real sense of education. Albert Einstein had the problem that he could not go against his own thoughtful conscience. It was a big problem for Einstein. His own truthful conscience was a great impediment to accept the things without testing them on the touchstone of right or wrong, just as the parrots do. Parrots repeat the sentence, repeat the words without understanding their meaning. As Albert Einstein, being human being a thoughtful personality, a man of thinking temperament, he could not do so, and thus it was his conscience which proved great impediment, great hurdles in the path of accepting the ideas of his near and dear ones, like Elsa and his only one friend of Munich, Yuri. So he could not repeat the things. Therefore, he could not repeat the things like a robot, and this was the whole problem. This was the whole trouble. Albert said that he was not a good at learning things by heart. At this hopeless view of Albert, his cousin Elsa told him that he didn't need to be good at learning things by heart. Elsa, being a lady, his cousin, being more practical, worldly person, advised her cousin that there is no need to be good at learning things by heart. You have to repeat only, learn them, and anyone can do it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. She further inspired him, saying that he needs to try it. And as he never made effort to learn like it as the rest of the student did. Elsa further added that she always see him with a book under his arm. She asked him what the book was which he was reading. Students, let's proceed on next paragraph of this chapter. Albert Einstein at his school. Lesson 4 of Snapshot. See its reading. A book on geology. Geology, rocks and things. Do you learn that? No, we have hardly any science at school. Then why are you studying it? Because I like it. Isn't that a good enough reason? Elsa sighed. You are right, of course, Albert, she said. But it won't help with your diploma. Apart from books on science, his only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. That waiting gets on my nerves, she said. There is enough noise in this house with all the kids howling. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl, but he decided it was better to say nothing. Students, see its explanation. Before it, see word as geology, the study of the rocks, soil, etc. that make up the earth, and of the way they have changed since the earth was formed. This part of study is called geology. That is the earth and its construction. In short, we say what is geology? The science which study earth and its constructions. Hardly, hardly means scarcely, rarely, apart. Let I discuss this word apart. Apart, for example, if things are apart, they have an amount of space between them. When things are apart, they have an amount of space between them. For example, Joe stood apart from the group, frowning. Joe stood apart from the group, frowning. When it is in term of time, then a particular time apart. If things are a particular time apart, they have that much time between them. Okay? Now, see its explanation. As Elsa, the cousin of Einstein, tried to pursue him that the students who pass out from the school by taking diploma are not more intelligent than him. The required thing is to be genuine effort. The required thing is to make genuine effort to learn by heart, which Einstein thought beyond his caliber. This was the problem for him. Elsa surprises seeing always a book under his arm, asked what he was reading. Albert replied her, a book on geology. It was an amazing answer for her because the book was an irrelevant to his course. It was beyond his course for which he was staying in Munich. According to her, Einstein should study only those books. Einstein should learn only those things which were helpful to get a diploma degree. To to be helpful for his career. And so it was an amazing answer for her. She asked him, geology, a book describing rocks and sand. You are reading it? She asked him whether he learned it. Einstein replied in negative. He told her that they had hardly any science at school. As he told her that there is hardly any science at school, though they are science school. But in really, rarely they are science school, in his opinion, as, as there was lack of systematic and organized knowledge based on thoughtful observation and experimentation. His cousin asked then why he was studying that book of geology, the science of earth. He replied her as he liked that book. He further asked her whether it was not a good enough reason for studying. As he liked it, Albert took Elsa took deep breath and commented that he was right. But she further added that in spite of being right, the study of that book will not help him in passing the school examination for his diploma. Then, in spite of book of on science, his only source of comfort was music. Next paragraph deals his individual life. As the days in his school were becoming bad and bad day by day, he could not get comfort anywhere. There were no resources to provide the balm of compassion and comfort to him. His only one friend was Yuri, and next was his violin. In spite of books on science, his only source of comfort was music, and he did practice on his violin regularly until his landlady got disturbed and asked him to stop. She used to comment that the wailing on violin caused her nerves tensed. What a sour, what a pregnant comment it was that when Einstein played on violin, the playing on violin and singing the song, singing practice of his rag, making rhythm, was a wailing for that lady. She said that wailing on violin caused her nerves tensed. She used to add further that there is enough noise by howling and crying of children in the house. The crying over violin becomes extra. Most of the time Einstein wanted to retaliate her comment by saying that it was the lady herself who made noise most of the time, not the children, not his violin. But at last he decided not to say anything as a better option to maintain peace in the house.